Hi everybody, Mattias here from cold Sweden. Today we're checking out Emergent Drums from AudiaLab. It's supposed to be a plugin for generating drum sounds with AI. So let's see what kind of drum samples we can create with Emergent Drums. Let's take the tour. Right, so here we have the sleek user interface of the Emergent Drums. It's version 1.36 and it's ARM compatible. That means that it works with Apple Silicon-based computers. And as usual, I'm running this on an M1 Max MacBook Pro with 32 gigs of RAM. Okay, so the core feature of Emergent Drums seems to be to generate drum samples or percussive samples. I pre-generated the drum kit before starting this video, and it sounds like this. So let's run a little drum pattern and hear how this can sound in a drum context. I think that some of the kicks and snares and the claps are actually very usable here in a drum context, and we can always go ahead and regenerate some of these slots here if we find a sound that we don't like. So let's look at this G1 pad here, which actually sounds like a really crushed kind of snare sound. So now we get a totally different sound, and it actually sounds like more like a tom. And we have some additional parameters here to control the decay, the attack, the initial volume, overall global volume, and see here, I guess it's a compressor or like a limiter. So you can like drive the sound further. And a filter. So now the closed hi-hat here actually sounds more like a snare, so maybe we can regenerate this. We can actually select with the slider here to get more similar sounds to this sound, or we can choose to have like a totally more random sound. So let's regenerate and see what it comes up with. We can just drag down the release here. And that's actually quite nice. Almost sounds like a brushed snare. And we can always go back to the previous sounds that we generated here. So it works like a undo, redo kind of functionality. And we can always save this kit when we're satisfied with the generated sounds. So there's actually some very, very usable sounds generated with this plugin. Now we also have this regenerate all drum pads button at the top here, and let's press this one and see if we can get a totally different drum kit. I don't like the kick here, so let's regenerate the kick and see what we get. Sometimes you seem to get quite weird sounds, but we just press the regenerate button here until we find like a kick that we really like. So now we're like generating hi-hats, although we have selected kick here, so I guess that's maybe a little glitch here in the system, but now we're in like 808 territory. Now it's a quite usable kick. And when we find a kick that we like, or one of the samples here that we like, we can also drag this sample into our project. So now, boom, we have that kick in the arrangement. And we can always drag that into a sampler too if we want to play this with another kind of sample player. We can also move around this in the pad slots here, but you probably want to have the kick on C1. Now a feature I wish that AudiaLab adds to Emergent Drums is some kind of like a spectrum analyzer with EQ points, so you can say that like a specific frequency in this kick, for example. If we look at this spectrum analyzer here, I could say that I want to hear less of these frequencies, or maybe less of the higher mid-range, because there's some annoying like breath quality to this generated sample. So it would be nice to say to the AI engine that we want to reduce these frequencies in the generated sounds. But aside from that, I think that there's actually a lot of usable samples that we get from the engine. So now that the sharp 1 clap that Emergent Drums generated actually sounds awesome, so I will just drag that to my arrangement here to save this sample until later. Okay, so that's the Emergent Drum from AudiaLab. I think it's a really nice plugin to come up with original percussive and drum samples. Now some of the drum sounds are obviously going to be more usable than others, but then again, just regenerate until you're happy with the sounds. Right, so please write me any comments, questions or feedback in the comment sections in the video. Thanks for watching today. Make sure to like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!